So, welcome to another technology video. So today we have got a new KVM switch because our old one, we inadvertently blew up the USB controller in it. So when we're connecting or we think we've blown up the USB controller in it, because when we plug in our keyboard and mouse into the device and we connect the USB cable to the PC, we don't get any connectivity for the USB mouse and keyboard. That inadvertently means that we've got no way of controlling our Mac Mini that also uses it. So we've gone off and we've reinvested in a new one. This is a PWAY, so we bought this from Amazon, and it's a standard two-way KVM switch with HDMI for both machines and USB keyboard and mouse. So in terms of resolution, so it does support up to 4K, only at 30 frames a second, but we are only using HDMI monitors, so that's absolutely fine. At HDMI, it doesn't actually say what it is in terms of HDMI. It should be 60 Hertz. Yep. Okay, so HDMI is 60 Hertz. And the connector type is HDMI A, so it's 1.4, HDMI 1.4 apparently. So let's go ahead and see what we've got in the box and make sure that we've got all the right bits and pieces that we're going to need. So, well packaged box actually, not heard of this brand before, but we thought we'd give it a whirl because actually it's pretty cheap. And we've got the usual user manual. I'm not even going to... don't even need that, and a warranty card, so that's interesting. Warranty card. So this is tiny, this little device. Look at the size of it. Fits in the palm of your hand. So at the front we've got 4 USB 2 ports. I presume that is for the keyboard and mouse and whatever else you want to use. It's a standard button to switch between PC1 and PC2 that's on here, and then on the back, we've got HDMI out, HDMI in, and HDMI in, and 2 USB in ports. So you're probably wondering what made us choose this device. Well, this is the first device that claims it doesn't require external power. So our current KVM switch uses an external power adapter. Apparently this one doesn't. So this will be interesting to see how we get on and how it works. I presume it's drawing power either via HDMI or via USB. I can't figure out how else it would be powered. So yeah, palm size PWAY HDMI USB KVM switch 2 ports. So that's that bit, and then in here we should have all the cables. Brilliant. So we've got one HDMI cable, we've got 2 HDMI cables, so that's for the inputs. Use your own HDMI cable from the output into your monitor, and then we've got 2 standard, well, looks standard USB 2 type cables. So this end plugs into the KVM switch, and the other end plugs into your USB port. So we've got 2 of those. So that's all there is to it. So let's go ahead and get that connected up and see how we get on. Lesson learnt, use the cables that ship with the device. That's the important bit. It's obviously the other cables for the other device are obviously not compatible with this. So make sure that you use the cables that ship with the device, but that seems to be working now, which is fantastic. So now what we need to do is do the same for the Mac Mini. Just switch off that monitor, we don't need that. So switching between the 2 should be a matter of pressing the button. Now let's see, there we go. So we've got mouse working, keyboard is working, fantastic. Okay, so that's great. What I first thought of the device, I wasn't sure if it was going to work at all. but in actual fact I'm pleasantly surprised by that. Obviously the key thing that you've got to do is you must make sure that you use the cables that ship with it. So that's the HDMI cables and the USB cables, and that way you shouldn't have any problems at all. But yeah, so in terms of what it is, it's an unpowered KVM switcher for both or two devices, I should say, so PC, Mac, Mac, whatever you want to use it for. But yeah, so actually pretty happy with that. I'll flash up the pricing of that on the screen, and if you've got any questions, just leave them below. Okay, so the first set of cables is now cable managed. So as you can see, all we've done here is add some cable ties equally spaced all the way down the cable, and we're going to connect that up now. We'll do the second set of cables and then show you the finished tidied up desk. So after we've done the cable tidy, this is finally how it's all looking. So let's have a quick look at the unit itself. So as you can see, it's all cable managed now. Looks great. Easy to switch between the two systems. Just hit the button on the front of it. I've also done a bit of extra cable management in terms of USB devices. So you can see on the right, just over here, I've actually now tidied that area up. Had a load of cables hanging around, and underneath the desk as well. It's all looking pretty tidy. In terms of connectivity, so let's have a look at the Mac. So there's the Mac Mini that just sits on the side next to it, and then I can switch between the two devices quite easily. So why don't we go ahead and do that? So let's get the screen switched on. So the only thing with this device is it's just one screen. You can buy other KVM switches, but I don't need 3 screens on my Mac Mini. The only reason I use the Mac Mini is obviously to service customers that are sort of Mac orientated. So ease of use, just switching between the two is perfect. So let's see if we can go ahead and switch between the two. So that's the PC, and then switch to the Mac Mini, and there we go. So that's all there is to it. If you found the video useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and just like to say thank you very much for watching.